China. Here is a brief summary of China's civilization.
China's civilization developed near the east coast. The West Mountains and the North Deserts help keep China away from the outside influences. China followed the spread along the river valleys.
Here is China's religion. They believed in supernatural forces.
They believed in life after death.
From this belief came a generation of ancestor worship.
The practice of burning replicas, exact copies of the physical objects to accompany the dead on their journey to the next world continues to this day in many Chinese companies.
The early Chinese believed it was important to treat the spirits of their ancestors well because the spirits could bring good or bad fortune to the living family members. Here are the dynasties in China.
During the Zhou dynasty, the capital was Luoyang. During the Shang dynasty, the capital was Yanyu. Now back to you.
Here's a little bit about China's writing.
Chinese developed a simple script, which was pictograph and endograph. Pictograph was just one item, so like an ocean or a tree, and the endograph was two things combined, which helped them communicate into a simple script. Now back to you.
Now to Kylie to give you some information about China's government.
The Shang dynasty was ruled by a king. The realm was divided into different territories, which were ruled by aristocratic leaders, which were also called warlords, and the king still had the option of choosing and removing those leaders.
We'll see you after the commercial break.
The king controlled the large armies. The top of the society was the royal family, then the aristocracies, then the peasants, then the merchants, and the artisans.
Go.
The Zhou dynasty had continued the political system of the rulers it had overthrown. They claimed they ruled China because they possessed the mandate of heaven, which was that they believed that heaven, which is an impersonal law of nature, kept order in the universe of the Zhou king. The concept of the heavenly mandate became the basic principle of the Chinese government, and the king was expected to rule according to Tao, which was the proper way. His duty to keep the gods pleased. If the god failed to rule effectively, he could be overthrown and replaced. He who wins is the king, he who loses is the rebel.
And here's some information about social structure. The Zhou continued the pattern of the land ownership that had existed under the Shang. The peasants worked on the lands owned by their lords.
A class of artisans and merchants who lived in walled towns under the direct control of the local lord. Merchants did not operate freely, but were considered the property of the local lord.
Trade in this period involved the exchange of local products that were used on an everyday basis.
Few social institutions have been as closely defined with China as a family.
Male supremacy was a key element in the social system of China, as it was in the other civilization of the time.
Women hold positions of authority and some worked in politics.
And here's about China's art. They considered poetry as an art.
Wang Li was one of the most famous poets.
Horses played a major role in the Tang art.
The Tang period is perhaps best known for an explosion of creativity in arts.
The visual art also celebrated nature.
Painters divided into two clear schools, now called the Northern Tang and the Southern Tang. Also, painters from the Southern school tended to be amateurs who painted landscapes of monochromatic brushwork.
The painters at the Northern school were often court painters and professionals who used vivid colors to create scenes involving people.
Good. Go ahead.
This is Erica,
This is Kayla.
and we are signing off.
Oh. I'm Trevor, and I'm signing off.
I'm Kylie, and I'm signing off.